Hello, welcome along, and good to see you. It's live lunch with myself.
Hey.
I'm Eric. Pow. There we go. And I'm with TJ.
I'm TJ. Look, I can press buttons too. He's not here today. Oops.
I see.
Oh, I've broken it. Yeah,
Dan's not here.
Dan's in sunny Norfolk in a tent
Unavailable.
in 32 degrees, and I don't envy him. There's no amount of beer that can cool you down from that sort of temperature. So it's just me and Eric, although we have persuaded Lisa to come up and talk about kit.
Yep, Lisa's not keen on being on live.
No, but
we'll,
she has had her hair done.
Yeah.
So I think.
Much like ourselves.
No, I'm going tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had my hair done. Clippers.
Yeah.
Lockdown.
You can see it's self-service. Whereas I go to a hairdresser, not even a barber. I go and see Hayley,
All right.
but I'm going to have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
I don't like that idea at all.
Wear a mask.
And then she won't be able to cut around my ears. Just saying.
Well, I'm pretty sure she'll be able to somehow.
It's got nothing to do with bikes, this, is it?
No. That's
Okay.
right. It's your life, mate.
No. But I did have a comment from someone at work this morning when I turned up on the R9T with my open face helmet. Said, "You look cool on that." So I've told them where Vision Express is, so they can just go and check their eyesight.
In what way did they mean cool, though?
I just look a cool dude.
Yeah, you look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, not you look like you're,
Not like it was really hot and sweaty, but I wasn't.
I need to check that we're actually live. I know one job.
That's all he
just make
got.
sure. If we are, then hello, welcome along.
If we aren't, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, don't make a blind bit of difference.
Still won't F and B, will we?
No, definitely not, because we never do anyway. Do
I'm glad this always goes without a hitch every week.
you know what I mean?
Oh, it says we're live. Look.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then. Okay, good. Welcome along, everybody. Okay, yeah, there we are. There we are. Look,
It's a bit slow though, isn't it?
it is a bit slow. It's a bit behind us.
Get me miles behind.
All right, so
Right.
because it is me and thee,
Yep.
we've got no young influence.
Thank God. Because you've got to think the average age of our customers is approximately twice Dan's age.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's early 50s, whereas Dan is a mere pup. At 20 odd. How old is he?
I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
Ask-
You're only his dad.
Ask
isn't
his parents.
Yeah, I'm going to find his dad, I will. So, yes, he has very, very young ideas and comes from a much younger view on things.
Yep.
I've been here so long. When I started, I was the age of our customers' sons, daughters. I'm now the age of our customers, and I only have slightly more hair than our average customer. So yes, this week we're going to talk about trying to get people back on bikes,
Get back on
trying
your
to
bike.
get people into bikes.
Absolutely.
Lots of things have changed over the last few months with the fact that people haven't been able to go out half the time, and you now have to, as I mentioned, wear a mask.
Our mask, yep.
And one of the best ways to have your own little protective bubble is called a crash helmet. And
a
so-
buff.
and a what?
Buff. Is that not what the
Oh, a
things are?
buff. No, not in the buff. Yeah, a neck tube type
A
of
neck
thing that
tube.
you can pull over
Neck
here,
tube. Okay.
and then it protects you from flies hurting your neck at moderate speeds.
Cool.
Talking of moderate speeds, we had a NIPS come in this morning, notice of intended prosecution for speeding, and I had to go around all the staff to find out who it was, and it seems the culprit was me. So
On your chip ride out, you're desperate for chips.
yeah, I was desperate for chips, and I made progress, a little bit too much progress. But there you go, minor hitch. I'm sure plenty of our customers have
You
got
weren't
that.
that far over either way.
No,
Yeah. Anyway,
a minor
we don't
infraction.
need to talk about that.
Yes, so we're talking getting people back because of COVID, because of the fact that now people commuting are a bit worried really about public transport. They're being
Also, people aren't travelling as much, are they?
uh,
It's more shorter distances.
it's shorter runs. A lot of people works from home, and I think that's carried on for quite a few. But a lot of people, you can't work from home. There are certain jobs like this,
Much
funnily
so.
enough. You have to be here, and there are ways of getting to work. Some people, they still have to commute, for instance, to London or
Yeah.
wherever. So they'll get the train station and they'll park up there. Some people do use public transport, but people are being encouraged to use it as little as possible. And if you've seen any buses around the city, you'll see that there aren't very many people in them at all. Cycling, a lot of people are being encouraged to take up cycling, which is fine. As you can see, Eric and I are keen cyclists. We do miles every day to keep our physiques and keep ourselves in trim and healthy.
I've just remembered that Dan's 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yes, he is half my age exactly.
Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, Gary told me.
Yeah.
That's
It's
Gary, my
a
other
shame
son.
that he knows and you don't, isn't it? So where was I? Buses.
Sorry. Yeah, buses. You were
Buses, commuting,
blah, blah, buses,
and
blah.
people are a bit worried about
Yep.
public transport. And sales of smaller bikes and scooters has shot through the roof over the last couple of months.
Which is why today we're looking again, as TJ said, about our average customer is your average customer is around the early 50s. So what kind of bike would be suitable for a new rider or someone that is coming back into riding? And the one that you have chosen is
My own personal bike that I own. Dang, dang, dang.
on my Otother. There
Yeah.
we go. Look at my belly.
Which is a
stuck in there.
BMW 310 GS. You can see there. There is also the 310R available, which is a normal roadster style bike, whereas this is the baby of the GS family.
All right. So my first question to you.
Yes.
We're back on main camera, by the way, with that as a little caption. Come this way, TJ. Come this way. My first question to you was, all right. So what's a GS?
GS, obviously being fluent in German, one of the first things I learnt was that GS stands for Gelandenstrasse,
Right.
which means on-road, off-road.
Okay.
So that's what the GS means, and it's synonymous with BMW. BMW make the most popular range of adventure-style bikes.
Yeah.
Lots of manufacturers try and emulate, but the biggest seller year on year is the GS range.
What you're watching at home, by the way, with us in the little box, is the GS video. So this is a GS promo video, which I'm going to finish on, but because there is a nice little voiceover. But this is the GS video.
That's the GS.
That covers all the GSs. Because there's not just this GS, is there? There's the whole
that's the
style.
baby.
Yeah.
We have 750s, we have 850s, and 1250. And so they range in price from just over 5,000 up to 18,000.
Okay.
This bike, for instance, wouldn't be very good touring. It's just not built for that. But what it is good for is a little bit of fun, a bit of off-roading, very, very good for commuting.
So I was talking to you. Well, obviously, we've actually done a little bit of planning this week. I know, right?
Don't tell people.
Setting ourselves
It's
up
a
for a fall there, aren't
one-off.
we?
It's a one-off.
So
Yeah.
I was talking earlier on that so as regular viewers will know, I used to be a biker way back. So I would be a returning biker. I do a lot of photography and drone flying. So I'll find somewhere and go, I need to go over there to take this photograph or fly drone. So this one was the one that you suggested to me for that.
That will be useful. Depends how much kit you want to carry. Putting panniers on this isn't particularly easy.
Okay.
So a top box, you can see it's got a rack for a top box, but you can also get a very, very large bag that can go on the back there, which you can get a fair bit. It's about 100 litres or so. It's a decent size.
Hey, Dan in here would be able to tell us about that.
You could roll him up and zip it up and throw him away.
So we can, so carrying my camera around.
You can do it.
Okay. So a little bit of driving along and then go off the road. There's always someone. That
If you're
has
going
to
to make
a coffee.
noise, can I have a latte, please?
So that's Angela that has joined us behind
What's up,
the
mate?
scenes. And we've also, hang on a minute, we are live.
Hang
so
on, this
don't
is,
give
this
any.
is work.
Don't give any. So
I
I'm
know,
going to
camera's
ask you
going
to.
that way.
I'm going to ask you to walk that way because you're on camera. I don't want anything to get on camera. So where was I? Yeah, we need something there. We need something. I need my own studio is what I need. So TJ's actually going to have to do some proper work. So I forget what he was saying. But anyway, the GS. I've got to handle this all on my own. You know that I don't know anything that I'm talking about. So the GS is actually part of the Q3 deals as well. So you may remember that each day I was posting on Facebook and whatnot about the different deals that are on in this quarter, and the 310GS and other 310s are also available in that deal, and that deal is 0% finance. And if memory serves, T's and C's apply, of course. If memory serves, TJ was telling me earlier on that equates to about just over £100 a month for a brand new bike with a 0%.
You know, you said we've done research.
Yeah.
I've done a finance quote here.
So glad you're back.
Yeah, we're getting worried. Now then, I decided to have a look at things. At the start, I mentioned railway stations. People commute, you've got to go to the railway station, and obviously at the other end, wherever you're going, there's transport as well.
Yep.
Now, a monthly pass for Peterborough Station is £195 to park your car a month. Motorbike parking's free. So
There you go.
if you put down £200, there's a 0% finance deal, meaning that you can have a brand new one of these at £85 a month, which is less than half of the parking season ticket. That's just
your savings on your parking if you still want
just
to
for
get the train.
parking.
That is ridiculous.
Fair enough, buses are cheaper, but myself, for instance, I would have a 2.5 mile walk to the bus stop.
And also, from my own commuting days, to get down to London for a 9 o'clock-ish start or 8:30 start, I would need to be at the railway station when the buses aren't that regular.
No?
In fact, a friend of mine that also was working in the same place would run to the railway station rather than get the bus because it was
As you obviously did at the time.
which I
and
obviously
carry
did
on
at the time.
doing.
I definitely didn't drive my car each
You
time.
don't
I
mind
was
me
like,
taking the mick out of you each week, do you? Because I'm going to do it
it's
regardless.
standard, isn't it? you drive me on towards my diet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm obviously not driving you well, am I?
Not enough.
So there you go. £200 deposit, which isn't a huge amount of money. £85 a month.
Off the train, on your bike, you're home. You know, walking.
You're
over to the
looking
railway
on
station.
this. I've spoken to a couple of owners. You're looking at about 65 miles to the gallon, so
Okay.
very cheap to run. It's only 34 horsepower, which means it's going to be relatively inexpensive to insure as well,
Right.
especially with our slightly more mature riders.
Yep.
It's going to be a very cheap bike to run
Okay.
with daily and annual running costs.
And what about? And I know this is a bit of a touchy subject, but that's my job here is to ask questions that don't necessarily hit the brand. But is it a desirable bike? Oh, try that again. Desirable
Try English.
bike to steal? Because I know that we often advise with you often advise with the more sporty bikes.
Yeah,
This is going to be
sporty bikes and scooters.
okay.
They seem the most popular with bikes. The sporty bikes probably stolen by a more professional type of thief.
Yeah.
Want to break the bike, sell the parts off, etc., etc., because they're very, very expensive if you do happen to fall off. Scooters tend to be stolen by helmetless, tracksuit wearing scrotes, basically.
Okay.
Different market.
And
310 GS. Yes, people are going to try and steal it because it's got two wheels and they can ride it. All you can do is security. All you can do is make your bike harder to steal than the bike sat next to it.
It's the same as a car, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
Exactly. So decent lock and chain. If you can lock it to something, that makes it better. Disc locks are quite good as well. So you've got two things that they are going to have to get through. Unfortunately, for not a huge amount of money, you can buy a battery-powered angle grinder, and there is no chain I've come across that it won't go through. So if a thief wants your bike, they will take it. But if you make it difficult, they'll take someone else's. And that's all you can do.
Okay, that's cool. All right. So it is a desirable bike for everyone, not
Yep.
just those that love riding bikes. Okay. So why else would someone like yourself, that is a season biker, why have you gone for this one?
I've gone for that because I want a bike I can play with. Riding it to and from work, it's not going to cost me a fortune in fuel. I don't get a company bike. Andrew, drop a subtle hint in there. And if I want to, I live out in the sticks where there are lots of fields I can go and play on. And it's a lightweight bike. It's less than 170 kilos. Now, if you're looking at a 1250 GS, it's at least 50 kilos heavier,
Hmm.
and that almost equates to my weight
Hmm.
extra. So it's easy to push around. With my off-roading skills, it's easy to pick up once it goes over.
Yeah.
And it's not huge, so it actually fits in my garage. I haven't got a huge amount of space, and that one fits in perfectly.
Nice. What's this colour scheme?
That's a kind of motor, they call it pearl metallic, but it harks to the rally and motorsport colours that you can get on the 1250s. That's a whole £50 extra if you go for a new one.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Extortionate. It does, it just breaks it up. Otherwise, you've got the matte grey there and all white here. So it just helps give it a bit of colour, makes it slightly prettier.
Okay. And tell us about the screen there. What is that? That's not the TFT screen we're looking at.
It's not the TFT, it's a much
cleaner,
much more basic one.
Yeah, cleaner.
It will show you the revs,
Yeah.
it will show you the speed and the engine temperature.
Okay.
We do lots of accessories for them. You can't see, but on the other side you can get a decent exhaust. You can get hand guards. This one's also got heated grips
Okay.
and something else that I don't know what it is, but
What's
I
that?
don't know.
Okay.
Something.
Something you can
Oh,
plug
it's
in.
got some lights as well.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
so
Okay.
yeah, cracking bike, cheap to run, nice and light. And the one thing I have mentioned is free parking at railway
Yeah,
stations.
absolutely.
That
Okay.
that is worth a lot.
Before we get to the next point, let's have a look, see what questions, if any, we've got. First of all, hello Rob, hello Tracy. Bob is all here. All the best freaks are here. He's got to be
Stop
talking about
staring
us,
at me. Oh, hey, he knows, you know.
he knows,
Now Bob will know exactly what I said there.
Okay, good.
That's two different songs.
Of course, Barry's here. Of course,
Oh,
Barry's here.
Bazza.
Oh, Bazza, good to see you. Gary, we've already said hello, Gary. Barry swallowed. Gavin Clark. What
Gary
was
works here, but apparently
no,
not working
that?
here.
Not that Gary.
Oh
Another
no,
Gary.
it's a different Gary. That's
A
all right. I'll let him off.
With the proper spelling.
Oh yeah,
With one
not the strange one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody called Dan Reno is watching.
Well, he's on holiday.
Don't know what he's doing.
No.
And
Drinking,
Lawrence,
probably.
afternoon, chaps.
Yes, afternoon.
Afternoon, chaps. Good. All right. So, moving on. The 310 GS.
Yes.
What license do I need to ride that?
Okay. Funny you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I've been doing research here
Wow.
on license because
That's
unfortunately, when I passed my test, you roamed around the block, and if you didn't fall off, you got a license to ride anything you wanted.
Yep.
Nowadays, much harder than getting a car license. So, like a car license, you have to do a theory test.
Yep.
You then have to do the compulsory basic training (CBT), which is where a lot of that is done off-road, so you ride in and out of cones so they can check your balance and steering, that you're capable of handling the bike, and there's a road section as well. Once you've done that, as a 16 or 17-year-old, you get your old plates and you're allowed to go and ride out there for up to 2 years. After 2 years, you've either got to do it again, or in that 2 years you will have gone for a full licence.
Okay.
Now, 17-year-old rides a 125. After 2 years, he can do his A2 licence, which means he's got to do another test. But after that, he can ride a bike up to 47 horsepower. That's 34, so that fits in there quite nicely.
Okay. So for the younger group, that's not your first bike.
No, that's not your first bike unless you go to 21. At 21, you can have that as a first bike and go straight for the A2 licence. To go for the main A licence, where you can ride anything, you can't do that now until you're 24.
Okay, so just to be clear, you can have a child, but you can't have that bike.
Correct.
All right.
We can employ an apprentice technician, but he can't ride the
I
bikes.
can't ride it out.
So, yes, in fact, I dare say you became a granddad before you could learn to ride one of those. Hi, Dan. Father of 2 lovely children. I feel for them.
Oh, they're a lovely family.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on. Don't need to talk about him. He's not here.
No.
He's selfish. Selfishly not here.
Okay, so that's the
So that's the younger
licences.
group.
Yes. For a returnee, they can jump straight on it. It's not a problem.
Okay.
But if you've not ridden...
Are you assuming that they've got a car license?
No, if they've got, as a returnee, a bike licence.
Okay.
So if they've got a full motorcycle licence, obviously they can jump on that. But if you've not ridden for 20 years,
Probably
it might
worth going.
pay to go and do a little bit of refresher training,
Yeah.
just to get your hand back in. Yes, people say it's just like riding a bike, but if you rode 20, 30 years ago, you know full well the roads are very, very different
Mm.
to what they were. So you need to have a bit of a refresher, get your confidence up, so that you feel comfortable when you take that out on the road.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anywhere we recommend?
BMW Rider Training, dang,
Okay.
dang, dang, there's a surprise. Ian Biederman runs the Rider Training School in Royston, and he can take you anywhere from doing your CBT through to your A2 licence, through to your A licence,
Yeah.
and he'll do advanced rider training, but he also does refresher training. I've got a customer who's just bought a 1200 Adventure, and he's been there to do a weekend of training, and we're then going to deliver his bike there for him to do another day on his own bike
Oh, that's
as well.
good. Yeah.
Simply so that he feels confident, and it is going to make him a much safer rider.
Good. All right. Not just for him, but for other road users too. Okay. Good.
Do you know what, I
Lovely.
swear I said to Angela, while you're there I'll have a latte.
You did.
Yeah, oh well.
She listens to you about as much as everybody else. So
Yeah, this is true.
Angela is,
She's in charge of accounts.
yeah, the money lady.
Yeah, the money lady, and very harsh. Has a go at me most weeks. Apparently my admin isn't as good as they're expecting. Strange that.
Bob says TJ hasn't got a company bike.
No,
Really?
no. All I can do is run in some of the demonstrators, which I do
Running,
quite
yeah.
regularly. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Why would you need your own bike, company bike, if you can?
Well, I've got my own bike.
I mean, a company bike. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, TJ from Central Brittany.
Oh, who's that then?
That's Marion.
Mine's too, Rodney. How's you, Marion?
Okay. Lovely. All right. Have we got any more about that?
I think we're 310 out now.
Oh, here she is. I was just about to ask Steve to are
Oh.
you with us, Lisa? Eventually,
Oh.
Lisa's going to be with us, so we're going to have to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk a
until
bit
she's
more.
there.
What do we want to talk about? We've done 310s. You don't have to go to a 310. You can go to something a bit bigger. At the end of the day, £200 a month on parking. That'll get you a 750 GS as well.
Okay. Is that the same licensing things?
Now then, you have to have an A licence. You can restrict to 750 so that you can use it on an A2 licence, and it then can be de-restricted when you've got a full licence. The 900s, the F900R and the F900XR, they can't be restricted simply because the power to weight ratio that they start with is too high.
Okay.
So BMW are producing an A2 licence
Those-
compliant.
Those ones you just mentioned, just to save confusion. So we've mentioned the 0% APR on this
Yep.
one. Is there anything going on with the others?
No, they're brand new models out. BMW we can sell more than we can get. When the new bike's released, there's always a shortage to start with, which means there's no need for them to put an offer on.
Yep.
The 0% on this is to encourage people onto bikes and or back onto bikes, and 0%. What do I
I'll
say?
do it.
£85 a month. It's not a lot. Come on, ask me a tough one. Not on football.
Okay. So if I wanted, I'd say so a lot.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when I've been watching his back.
Yeah. So.
Because I like watching his back. I like watching us.
I don't.
I just about to do it again. If
So-
I was coming back to biking, or starting to bike, I would be very confused about where the best place to go for training, get my gear, get the bike from. Is there anything that we can do to sort of wrap all that up and go? Well, here you go.
Do you know what? It's going to sound very self-serving and very, what a surprise, but come here.
Yes, because
We can supply the bike, we can supply the kit, we can tell you where to go for training, and we can look after you and the bike ongoing after that. We can't do the training here, but we can do everything else.
we have the rookie to rider scheme.
Yep.
Which is kind of where I was going.
Rookie to rider. Now then, that's a scheme BMW have brought in to bring new people into biking. It does involve Ian at rider training, and with Rookie to Rider, because you need kit as well as the bike, BMW have introduced a scheme where if you buy a brand new bike, it could be any of the BMWs, you put down a deposit which is just over £1,000, and you get approximately £1,500 towards kit, which £1,500 will buy you BMW helmet, suit, boots, gloves, if you don't go mad on the top range.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't get the 0% offer as well.
Okay.
But that's quite a popular scheme, and the idea is you'll do your A2 licence, keep that for 2 years. The finance agreement is 30 months, so you've then got 6 months between the 2 years you've had your licence and the end of the agreement. Pass the A licence, the main licence, come back, we take that in, you take a bigger bike out, and it can take what you can take anything from a 400 scooter to a 1250 GS, or the S1000 RR, or RR.
Do you mean the RR? Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Oh God, he's learning. If only your IT skills were better.
Yes, absolutely.
Live lunch 12:30, give or take 10 minutes every week. Yeah.
It's Facebook.
So that's how Rookie to Rider works. Popular scheme. More inquiries coming in now. Again, post lockdown.
Mm-hmm. But that does mean there's a bit of a queue for the training as well, I believe.
Yeah. Again, they had to stop doing the training because of lockdown and various other things. And with their sales, with sales, we noticed as soon as lockdown was over, there was like a pent-up demand, and so inquiries and sales levels in June and July was at least 50% higher than normal, and even in August, which is a quiet month because normally it would be school holidays, August inquiries and sales are quite buoyant as well. But rider training have also got this backlog of people wanting to learn to ride. I've had a few people in buying bikes saying that because of lockdown and COVID, well, if I don't buy a bike now, will I ever?
Yeah.
So, what's that, YOLO, isn't it?
You only live once.
Yep. Unless you're James Bond, twice, isn't it?
Well, you've done well. You've done well. You haven't made me sigh all that time.
So,
Excellent. Good. This is when I usually summarise what we've been talking about.
again, we've summarised so many times. We're waiting for the lovely Lisa,
We are.
who's
Whilst we're waiting,
camera shy.
so we're talking about people returning to bikes or coming in
Yep.
for new bikes.
yep,
And I don't want to press this on too hard, but that does mean that we've got some part exchange bikes here as well. So we've got previously loved bikes
I like that.
here,
Previously loved.
previously loved bikes
Yeah.
here for you to have a look around.
Yeah.
So
We
you can have a look around the showroom.
we have a couple of 310s.
hmm
They don't tend to have huge mileages on. This one's quite, for a 310, a 2-year-old bike, it's actually quite high, and it's got a whole 5,000 miles on it. Which again, it's not a huge amount of mileage.
And you do find that people look after their bikes.
They do. Apart from this bloke, look, he's scratched the back end of my bike.
Look at that.
Yeah, but that I can pass on that one.
Yeah.
But
I
no,
think you gave yourself a very good deal because of that, didn't you?
absolutely. We don't use that D word, but
I
I negotiated very hard with the
Ah.
sales manager. I was like, "Do you want to sell that bike or not?" Yeah, he
Right,
did.
I don't think we can stall much longer. I think we have to do Lisa on another week, maybe.
Well, what's the
Okay.
time? God, it's 1 o'clock. Or we could show people our juggling skills.
No.
What do you reckon?
No.
Non-existent.
So, little reminder, as always, don't forget TJ is on TJ at sycamoremotorrad.co.uk. If you'd like to ask me a question, I don't know why you would, is Eric at sycamoremotorrad.co.uk. I will give him a little mention, as Dan
Right.
hang on. A glamorous lady's just turned up with. We were just about to wrap it up then, Lisa.
Going,
No,
No.
you're not going to go. We're only going to wrap it up
we've
because
been
you weren't
talking
here.
actually
Get in.
about
Get in.
Rookie to Rider, with the fact that you get a full
Come on, Lisa.
best part of £1,500 towards kit, and as if by magic, Lisa, hairdo, look, new hairdo, has come along with a full suit.
Let me go and get this to
Oh,
the
yeah, you
camera.
move that.
So, what's the ride height of the bike that's sat behind us there, TJ?
That was well, unfortunately, it has to go metric, which is 20 millimetres.
I love
With
that
the low
question. Thank you,
seats.
Marion.
It's 835 with the standard seat, and if you go for the comfort seat, it's 850.
Okay.
That was obviously off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And,
But I love the fact that that's come from your mother-in-law, and it's basically a short person joke, isn't
That was totally over my head.
it? Okay. So.
In fact, my mother-in-law is probably watching from Cyprus. So,
Okay.
hello, Sandra.
Oh, Sandra. Oh, I thought Marion was your mother-in-law.
No, she was one of my customers who
Ah.
emigrated to France
Sorry, Marion.
years ago.
Nice snippet from you in MCN today, TJ, says Ollie.
Ah, yes.
Hello, Ollie.
My font of knowledge is occasionally tested, and they wanted to put an article together as to how to get the best deal on buying a bike.
There you go.
So I said, come and see me.
Nice to have you along, Ollie. Welcome along. Okay, so the lovely Lee, come on, Lisa, in you come.
Come
In you
on,
come.
Lise.
Come in, in you come. All right. Don't be scared. So, oh, he's going.
He's
is he?
gone. Bye.
He does this. He just kind of wanders away. It's his age. So we've been talking about starting again or beginning to ride. You brought some gear along. I've got my second camera, proper camera now. Look at that. To have a look at what you've bought. So, what are you showing us?
Tour shell suit and a Street X helmet.
A Street X helmet. All right. So, tell me about the Street X helmet.
Well, this is sort of the BMW budget range of helmet, if you like. But just because it's budget doesn't mean that it's less in quality.
Yeah.
So it's a great helmet. It starts at £250, full face helmet, really well ventilated, super light, and with an internal Top Gear style sun
Top
visor.
Gun.
No need to wear sunglasses.
You don't need to wear sunglasses
Okay,
now.
which is good.
No.
Look at that little branding in there.
Is that good?
That's nice. Lovely. Easy fit.
Easy fit.
Show us the rear. Look at that. Very, very modern and trendy, that.
That does look nice, huh?
I like that.
Do you like the,
Yeah.
like the cut of that one, do you, TJ?
The cut of the jib, yes.
Nice. I do like that.
Yeah, so that one starts at £250, which
Okay.
is a great price.
Can we put the cameras and whatnot on that?
You can do whatever you want, yeah. You can put comms on that, cameras on that. Yeah, everything on
Lovely. You're getting a bit of a behind the scenes view of the messy desk there. It all looks nice from that way. Going that way is not so good. Okay. All right. Lovely. We've got these in stock.
that. We have got them in stock, and if they're not in stock, we can get them in stock within a few days.
Okay. So why this one as a starter? Is it just the price, the
Because
value?
yeah, because of the price and the value and the lightness of it. I think, you know, just to start off with, I think if you want to spend £500-600, you know, on a System 7, brilliant. But if you just want to start off with something, you know, a bit more easygoing on the price, then there is no reason why you wouldn't choose this one. It's a great helmet.
Wonderful. Lovely. Can I just feel the weight of that?
Of course you can.
Oh, it is light, isn't it?
Can I point one thing out as well?
Yep.
If you look at the left-hand side no, put it back on, do as told. If you look, as we're looking, the right-hand side, you'll see where it says Easy Fit. Now,
Yep.
anyone that wears glasses, like you and I, for instance, with the full-face helmet, you have to take your glasses off, put the helmet on, then you've got to get your glasses on again.
Yeah.
And it can be a real pain, depending on what glasses you've got. Much easier on this one.
Okay.
Okay?
That's interesting.
You glasses wearers.
Yes? Give it
Okay.
time.
That's an interesting thing though. I didn't. That never occurred to me that I might have problems with my glasses. Problems with fogging up when you're wearing a helmet, by the way.
This has got a pin lock in it, so that won't happen. So we've got a double visor on the inside,
Yep.
which prevents the fogging up, which is a brilliant, brilliant little device.
Oh, you showed me. Sorry.
Sorry, so the
Completely
pin lock.
missing that one.
I'm just trying to peel this off. There you go. So
Okay.
that's a pin lock visor, so it's a double visor, which
Okay.
stops the fogging and misting.
Nice.
Works a treat.
Lovely. All right. Come a little bit further this way, Lisa. There we go. What else you got for me?
I've got some tour shell trousers and a tour shell jacket.
Tur-
Tour shell.
yeah,
Tour shell.
Tour shell.
You can,
Tour
you
shell.
can hear
It's
a
the
bit
accent.
Tour
of
shell, my
Lisa's
love.
background
Tour
there.
shell.
So she means tour,
Tour shell.
Tour
yes,
shell.
not tour.
YI.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So what is a tour shell?
Tour shell is a
No, what's a tour shell?
Stop it! This suit,
Yes.
right? This touring suit
Yeah.
is waterproof, windproof, and breathable. BMW climate membrane. Again,
Oh what?
BMW climate membrane, which
Climate
means
membrane.
yeah, which
Wow.
means it is breathable and waterproof. And you can also add, if you wanted to, BMW quilted jacket on the inside to keep you a bit warmer, or just some thermals. I've worn this suit when I did my direct access course with BMW rider training, because I didn't have a suit or anything at the time, and we were riding in sunshine, we were riding in hail and rain, and I was almost toast.
Nice, good. But cool enough in the summer.
Totally, yeah.
Okay, lovely. Look at that. Pockets
You've got,
galore.
yeah, waterproof pockets.
Nice. Okay, I can feel.
And yeah, you got the
It's in there.
you got the MPL, MP2 protection, which is the BMW standard protection on the
Okay.
shoulders and the elbows, and also on the back,
On the back.
and on the hips and on the knees of the trousers.
Right. So, any of the points that really you're going to get some impact should
Yeah.
anything happen.
Yeah, and you can also there's 3 different positions you can put this in, so you can customise it to your fit if you've got
So
longer
they
legs,
feel
short legs.
pliable.
Yeah, very soft, but as soon as there's impact, it hardens up
Yeah.
instantly. So
There we go.
yeah.
Okay, and that's got the.
Yeah, the breathable. So you could wear something warmer underneath if you tended to run a bit cold, but because I wore just them and through all weathers for a week, and it was really
Now,
good.
one of the things that really strikes me, and because I know someone that did have a little bit of a slide and grazed all their side once upon a time, was very lucky because they weren't wearing the proper gear. This is essential even in hot weather. And I have a real bee in my bonnet when I see motorcyclists out in their t-shirt and shorts.
Yep.
I felt extremely because, like I say, from first hand,
Yeah,
I know what it was like. So this is good because it's nice and airy, but it's not. And I mean, it's easy to get on and off.
easy to
and
get on and off, and like I say, you can customise the fit, and you can wear some. If you tend to be a colder person, you could wear some thermals underneath, or a BMW quilted jacket underneath, or if you run a little bit hotter, you've got vents.
I just think TJ probably wears thermals all the time, doesn't he?
No,
He's got his
when-
long johns
When
on.
Lisa
Yeah.
says colder, she doesn't mean me, which is cold-hearted.
No, not cold,
Yes.
cold soul,
Lovely.
black-hearted.
All right. Boots.
Boots.
Should wear boots.
You should always wear boots,
Yeah.
not
We
flip
don't
flops.
do-
Barefoot's
Not
not
flip,
good.
barefoot
No,
or flip flops
We
is
don't
not
do.
good.
Did we do boots?
We do lots of boots, yes. I didn't bring any boots up with me
That's
because
right.
I thought you just wanted the suit. But yeah, there's lots of different choices of boots, from touring boots, or is that correct
Touring
pronouncing?
boots.
I like touring now.
Touring.
Yeah, I'm going to call everything tour.
Honestly, this is just regionalist against my accent, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So what, love?
Yeah.
Well,
Geordie's,
we could be sexist, but we're just being Geordiest.
Geordie lives matter.
Oh dear, you can't say that.
I just did. Is it?
Lovely.
Fair point.
Lovely. All right, so let's talk about prices of the suit.
Mm-hmm. The jacket is £450,
Yep.
and the trousers are £349.
So, somebody, again, I'm saying again, so somebody coming into the world of biking might go, 400 quid for a jacket? How can we justify £400 for a jacket?
Well, how do you justify your skin on your back or your arms? As far as I'm concerned, that
Is
is
it worth 400 quid?
is your skin and your bones worth £400?
I would say yes, but people that have seen my skin may
And
disagree.
is your head worth
That's right.
250?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what
yes,
it's
there
all
are
about.
there are cheaper products on the market. Of course, there are. You can bring them in from, foreign places, or you can buy them on eBay. But it depends on how much you value your skin and
Yeah.
your bones. Yeah, for sure.
And it's the technology that goes
Technology that
into
goes
this as
into it,
well,
and also
isn't
with all the BMW products, this particular suit comes with a 2-year warranty on every bit of it, from the zips to the poppers, the Velcro. So that is a cover-free 2-year warranty on
Which
all
I
the
don't
bits.
think any other manufacturer offers.
it? Okay,
They only ever offer 12 months.
very good.
I have heard of other manufacturers that offer a few more years, but I do know people who have tried to use that warranty and have not been very successful.
Yes, the terms of it are quite ambiguous.
yeah.
Yes.
But all of our BMW products are 2 years, apart from the Street Guard suit, which is 4 years.
Good.
So it's, yeah.
All right. Nice one. Thank you. That was painless, wasn't it?
So that's all right.
Okay, Dan, you're fired. We've got a new assistant.
We don't need Dan.
We don't need Dan. We don't need Dan.
I
We've got
need
Lisa.
Dan. He's-
So let's wrap it up, shall we? Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah.
She's stepping out of frame. Come on. I haven't got a little thing for you.
It's all right. I don't need one.
Oh, but here's Lisa at sycamoremotorrad.co.uk. Get hold of Dan. Dan's the parts manager. Dan at sycamoremotorrad.co.uk. TJ is the sales manager, and I don't know why I am, to be honest with you. I turn up and play
Annoy
around with stuff.
people.
Annoy people.
Yeah.
Take photographs
And
of
you
them
do
when
that
they
job well.
least expect it. But you can contact me if you've got any ideas for live lunch or you want to see us cover anything on live lunch. By all means, give us a shout in that email there. Don't forget, Eric Sent Me is still available. I'm always trying to put new things into the pile for Eric Sent Me. If you see anything online and you come down and you say Eric Sent Me, you get a free gift thrown in as well. I'm just going to double check, make sure there's no comments that I've missed. Tortoise shell.
Tortoise shell.
Turtles.
Tortoise.
Shell. And that is about it. 0% on the 310, which is just over £100. No, did you say 85 a month?
£85 a month for £200 deposit. I've rounded these figures
Yeah.
because it's £84 and something.
There you go. All right. And that's about it. Thank you all for the comments. Nice talking to you. Thank you to Lisa for popping in. Say
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. And we will see you next time. And as promised, I will leave you with the promo video if I can remember.
The GS. To us, it's not just a motorcycle. It is more. We ride a GS to seek the unknown and stay curious. We know adventure is just around the corner. And no road is not a problem. It's an invitation to go beyond, to go further, and to come back changed. Rain, mud, dust and heat, we embrace any element and any obstacle. This is how we thrive. Every trip is an opportunity to make new experiences, to see places we have never been, to meet our old mates and the friends we haven't met yet. We share miles and the same energy. We help each other out with our hands, a spare part, or with a story. We ride a GS, so we never ride alone. To us, the GS is more than a motorcycle. It's an attitude. We're hungry for what's coming, and we'll keep exploring, always. That's the spirit of GS.